Good evening, campers, and welcome aboard the Starship Arborea. I'm Commander Exorcist. Frontier Developments released an immense patch for Elite Dangerous today, bringing significant updates to Trailblazers economies and PowerPlay 2.0 dynamics, and of course, the big reveal, the massive Panther Clipper Mk2 is finally here. Before we get started, if you enjoy the content I create on this channel, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below telling me how hyped you are for the release of the Panther Clipper. Let's get to it. Thank you everyone for joining me for this brief update on Trailblazers, the patch, and the announcement for the release of the Panther Clipper Mk2. This video is going to be broken into two segments. The first segment, we're going to talk briefly about Trailblazers and the new economy system, and then we will transition to the big announcement with the Panther Clipper. There will be a link in the description for timestamps if you'd like to skip to either section. Let's go ahead and get started with Trailblazers. Since the start of the Trailblazers beta, there's been concern among the player base about the level of system population and generation of commodities in newly constructed stations. Frontier's original pitch for the colonization system was that players would build robust economies based on the type of facilities in the system. The reality was that new systems were heavily underpopulated, and there were very few commodities being generated at all. The recent update has finally changed all of that, with populations swelling to incredible sizes overnight. My home system alone went from a modest population of 200,000 souls to just over 14 million in a few hours. That's a lot of busy people, just saying. Additionally, economics are now linked in a way that, although complicated, is much clearer for players to understand when planning their system builds. So basically, facilities are split into two categories: ports, including outposts, Coriolis, Orbis, Acellus stations, asteroid bases, planetary ports, and planetary port outposts. Supporting facilities include settlements, installations, and hubs. Now, the system's economy is connected to each port by a linking system that can be strong or weak, depending on the station's proximity to others in the system. For example, a ground-based installation has a strong economic link to orbital stations around the same body, while ground stations have weak economic links to other ground stations in the system. Stations can also be boosted by placing them on or around specific body types. There's a comprehensive list of these boosted locations in the forum post that I've linked in the video description. But for a brief example, a tourist installation can receive a boost to its economy on a strong link by orbiting an ammonia world, an Earth-like world, or being in a system with a black hole, among a host of other configurations. We also got the long-awaited custom paint skins for starports available in the Elite Dangerous store. The selection is extremely limited and somewhat ugly. You can find the custom skin for your station by going to dlc.elitedangerous.com. Now, as I said, there will be a link in the description to the forum post outlining each of the different boost conditions for the different economy types. Additionally, in that post, you'll find details about the changes brought about for PowerPlay 2.0, so go ahead and dive in. Now, let's switch gears and talk about the big stuff from today's episode of FU. Yes, we are finally getting the legendary Zorgon Peterson Panther Clipper in Elite Dangerous. The Panther Clipper Mk2 is a massive new ship that has been in development for almost 9 years. After belaboring the reveal for a very long time on the stream, Frontier parodied the honest trailers format by sharing many different social media posts asking for the Panther Clipper before cutting to a beautiful flyby of this new behemoth. Now, this ship has a very powerful stance, it's got rotating engines, and has a brand new cockpit design that Frontier is referring to as a bridge. The chance for you to fly your own Nostromo in Elite Dangerous is finally here. And now that we have a full view of the ship on the ground with the landing gear set down, we know now that the mysterious arm that I was trying to theorize about in my previous video where I talked about the reveal teaser is the landing gear, which is really, really impressive. There are a lot of comparisons already being drawn to other sci-fi vehicles when we're looking at the Panther Clipper 2, including the Nostromo. I've heard people refer to it as Prometheus, And in the picture that I just had on the screen where it was landed, it almost looks like a frog ready to leap off the pad. Now, it's just my opinion, but I think that the Panther Clipper Mk2 might be a little bit behind in terms of being ready for immediate release than some of the newer ships that we received in the game, mainly because the partner teams, we didn't receive anything specific about its overall capabilities. No information about engines or hard points or cargo capacity. We just were told that it's going to handle like a big ship. But we did get a lot of information about the design philosophy and kind of the culture around the Panther Clipper. They wanted to make sure that this ship, when it was released, that it was aesthetically pleasing and functional to where the community really would love it. They wanted a big payout for the many, many years of people screaming for the Panther Clipper every time Elite Dangerous makes some kind of social media post. As a matter of fact, you can see on the design that they've used a lot of smaller elements like lighting and even the engines. Instead of using 4 big engines, they used 4 smaller engines in clusters, and they put them on a hinge. Doing this helps to make the ship look a lot bigger than it probably really is. I mean, it's a behemoth, but it's got to be able to fit on a large landing pad, and it's got to be able to get through the mail slot. Honestly, this was a fun one because the partners, we did not get any advanced notice of this ship release. The reveal teaser photo at PitCon is all we knew, and so we actually got to experience the thrill of seeing the Panther Clipper be revealed and share in the community's excitement. So I enjoyed that particular aspect of this reveal. I think that it is an impressive piece of hardware, and I'm hoping that it has a cargo capacity similar to its lore-based brother. And speaking of brothers, one thing they did say in the press release, or I guess you could call it a press release, is that they consider the Panther Clipper to be the big brother to the Hauler. So technically that makes this the Hauler Mk2 in a way. But yeah, so we don't have any information about when it's coming out. We don't have any information about its performance or its cargo capacity, but they did say that they will be giving that information out on the next Frontier Unlocked. So best thing we can do is be patient and keep scouring social media. Hopefully they'll give us a couple more teasers, maybe some additional information. If not, we're going to have to wait until the end of May before we find out anything about this Legends return to the world of Elite. And that is going to be it, my friends, for this video update. How hyped are you for the return of the Panther Clipper to the world of Elite? I'm super excited. Cannot wait to get my hands on it. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you next time. I'm Commander Exorcist. Take care, fly safe, and I'll see you out there.